everyone, I'm Sarah Solomon DAUDIN with MPItv, sponsored by Caesars Entertainment, and we are in Las Vegas for IMEX America 2018. It is Smart Monday. We are kicking the week off strong with education powered by MPI. And of course, we kicked off this morning with a keynote speaker. A lot of you may know him. His name is Julius Solaris, and actually Julius joins us right here on MPItv along with Lori GOLDFARB, who was an attendee in the audience for Julius's presentation. So let's kick things off. Lori, if you have any follow-up questions from just being an attendee during Julius's presentation that you'd like to ask him.
Yes. Well, first of all, it was so inspiring.
Oh my God, thank you.
As well as so relevant.
All right.
Thank you so much. I was, really thrilled.
Okay, thank you for the feedback.
So my main question is, what do you envision kind of the takeaway for meeting planners? What are you hoping that we all take from it?
Absolutely.
As a follow-up?
Well, the research that we've done touches on 6 different subjects. So there are very specific takeaways that we can have for all of those. But I guess if there is a global takeaway, is that our job is changing. If you take like how event professionals are conceived around the world, this image of a stressed individual with like checklists and all of that, that is changing. And that's what the research told us, is that our role is becoming much more important than ever before, with the threats of security, with all these issues affecting the world of events, being targets sometimes of a lot of negative stuff. We are now empowered to really take on and embrace our profession and really be at the center of when MPI says, when we meet, we change the world, being the actors that make that change happen by face-to-face interaction. So that's, I think, the big takeaway for the whole presentation and report.
Which I really appreciate. I also thought the technology focus, that's
Absolutely.
such a big part of the solution.
Absolutely.
Really with embracing change.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Technology is, as event professionals, as fans of face-to-face, we're always kind of scared of embracing technology because we think that it's going to take something away from the face-to-face interaction. If not, we've discovered the opposite, that it's the best way to connect more people and to also ensure the future of the industry in terms of business model, to increase what we do offline, online as well.
And I love what you said, Julius, to that point about implementing technology, but also I think a lot of times meeting planners feel like, they have to make a big change in order to innovate their event. But I love what you said about kind of taking baby steps and doing it in chunks. If you can speak to that a little bit more, and the importance of that and how just a small change can go a long way and really make a big impact.
Absolutely. With every challenge, with every objective, we see examples of people that transform their lives or do amazing things in business. But the reality is that if we look at Steve Jobs, at Elon Musk, there's going to be 2 or 3 people like that. And it's going to be an incredibly overwhelming task for us to compete to that level. What we really need to do is set up objectives that are tangible, especially when it gets to legacy, things like sustainability, things like the greater good, the generational impact. What we can do is start with small initiatives that are controllable, measurable, and really can still make an impact on local communities. As event professionals, we have the responsibility to the communities that host us for our events. So I think that's the gist of it.
Yeah, and you speak about leaving a legacy, and I feel like MPI did this really, really well at WEC 18 in Indianapolis. I mean, people are still talking about how they really went above and beyond and reinvented that meeting, and I feel like that legacy is there, right? So it's working towards creating impact, creating change. So if you can also talk about the research that you did. You've researched hundreds.
Well, yes, the presentation was that was part of that inspiring and relevant and all of those adjectives related to what you were able to convey. So how did you start with that research?
What I found, like writing content for the event industry for 11 years now, is that event professionals will not believe you if you don't have some data to back it up. And that's what we did. We wanted to do something inspiring, but if we don't give real examples of how that happens, then event professionals will struggle to apply that to their own world, which at the end of the day, yes, our role is more important, but we have to remember, we got to get stuff done, right? So we need practical advice. And the research was part of it. We've been looking at 350 events, probably the most iconic, the most successful ones that we all know. And we try to decode, like, what did they do differently? How did they change things? And sometimes it's a matter of grit. Sometimes it's a matter of lateral thinking, or persistence, or setting just higher objectives. That really differentiated the event professionals of these events, that at the end of the day, they're trying to answer the same questions that we always ask ourselves when we start planning an event. So it's just how they came to the conclusion that it's very interesting and inspiring for all of us.
So Julius, you've been, again, doing this research. So what's next? What's next for you, and what can we look forward to as you continue to research these wonderful events and bring them to our industry?
I don't know. I'm going to ask event professionals what's next for me. I go where they take me usually. So whatever they're going to ask me, I'll do.
There you go. Well, thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for the question. Thanks for being here.
Yes, Lori, thank you. I hope you have a great week at IMEX, and so do you, Julius. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
And thank you, MPI.
Yeah, thank you, MPI.
All right, so from great keynote speakers to the education, we are here on Smart Monday, and there are education sessions happening right behind me in these doors as we speak, along with this awesome experience that's happening right here as well. But who better to chat through the education that is happening here today on Smart Monday, but also throughout the week, than the queen of education herself, Jessie States.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you for being here with us. So you are constantly on the cutting edge of, education and delivering content through MPI that really services our members. So if you could speak to some of the education that's taking place right here, right now on Smart Monday.
Smart Monday, we've created an amazing opportunity for meeting professionals to come together, to learn from each other, to really engage, and to focus on future-ready topics for their careers. So whether that's contract negotiations, technologies, future of meetings, skill sets they're going to need moving forward, all of those are available here for free on Smart Monday.
Yeah, it's real tangible information that you can implement back into your day-to-day, right? So also booth education will be taking place starting Tuesday through Thursday at the MPI booth. So if you could speak to what that will look like and the kind of content that will be delivered there.
Absolutely. So a few years ago, we decided we wanted to do something more with our stand than just have our people there sharing the great opportunities that MPI membership brings. We wanted to bring actual education all 3 days of the show. And so in our stand, we have a designated education area that allows us to present some of the trends that MPI is seeing that are impacting our community in real ways. So whether that's leadership skills for MICE women, or corporate social responsibility, sustainability, technology, inclusivity at meetings and events, we are capturing all of the hot topics in 30-minute segments on the MPI stand. And that will be on the hour every hour. Stop by MPI.
Yeah, definitely stop by. And the education with MPI doesn't only happen face-to-face at events, but it's also online year-round through the MPI Academy. So if you haven't taken advantage of MPI Academy, you definitely should. And tell us why. There's some great stuff on there.
We offer everything from free education on the Academy website to our certificate classes. We do a webinar almost every week. That is a live event that you're attending with people from around the world. We also have our, as I mentioned, our certificate programs, safety and security, emergency prep. We have women in leadership. All of these classes are available to our members in a variety of different ways, and online is one of the ways that we bring those forward.
So much to take advantage of. And part of the experience here, one of my personal favorite experiences is a puppy area sponsored by Visit Omaha. So I actually want to invite one of the cutest little puppies. His name is Cowboy. Here comes Cowboy. So again, it's all about creating this experience where event professionals can network over something that we all love, which is puppies. So this is Cowboy. Again, this area is sponsored by Visit Omaha. Here, Cowboy can come into our into our frame. There we go.
Hi, Cowboy.
Hi, Cowboy.
You're a good boy.
Yeah, so this, this is also, it speaks to part of the education that happens here, right?
And I think that this is a really unique opportunity. We're helping an amazing cause, that we're acclimating service animals to being around people, but we're also bringing people together. So you're in that puppy cuddling area, you're patting the pups, you're meeting with other professionals while you do it, you're maybe discussing how you miss your puppy at home, or maybe a challenge you're having at work. And so every opportunity we have that we can bring people together to engage while also giving back is a good one.
I agree, yeah, it's definitely a good icebreaker for sure. So, thank you, Cowboy.
Hi, Cowboy.
There we go. So lastly, Jessie, I want to, and for those of you who don't know, I want to congratulate you for an amazing award. Jessie has been honored with the Pace Setter Award through the Events Industry Council. Congratulations. I call you the Queen of Education, but you're the queen of a lot of things in our industry. So, tell us how, you felt when you received this award.
I was blown away. This is one of the highlights of my career, is receiving this award. And I hope that I can pay all of the amazing mentors forward with my career. And so everyone who participated in getting me to this moment, I'm going to put as much, if not more, industry back into young professionals.
Well, on behalf of all of us at MPI, we congratulate you. We're so proud of you. Can't think of anyone who deserves it more than you do, so congratulations.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, and ready for an amazing week?
Let's do it.
Awesome. All right, Jessie, thank you so much for joining us. All right, so as you all know, we are here in Las Vegas, and when I think of Las Vegas, I think of Caesars Entertainment, who's also our sponsor for MPItv, and there has been a lot going on within Caesars Entertainment, and who better to chat through some of those new and exciting things that are happening than Mike Massari, Chief Sales Officer for Caesars Entertainment. So thank you for joining me, sir.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So let's talk about, first off, Caesars Forum, scheduled to open in 2020. And what's really exciting for me is I come to Vegas quite a bit, and as I drive past the Caesars Forum lot, it's exciting to start seeing it actually come to fruition. So talk to us about where we are today with Caesars Forum and what folks can expect.
Well, in April of 2020, we're opening the world's largest ballroom, the biggest one ever built, right on that piece of land. And so they're back there moving the dirt and getting the footings in so we can start bringing the steel out and get the thing done in time for what's really becoming a packed calendar of events the first few months that we're open. So it's very exciting for all of us. It's exciting for the city, and we look forward to seeing it come to fruition.
Yeah, and I had a chance to get a look at a really cool video that you guys created to kind of give us like a digital footprint, if you will, of the layout. So if you can talk to us about just the uniqueness of this building. I mean, you mentioned the biggest ballroom, but also just from a sustainability standpoint, and really what makes Caesars Forum unique in its own way.
Well, I'll mention again that it's the two largest ballrooms ever built in the history of the world, which is great. They're each 110,000 square feet. And then in true Las Vegas style, we have two junior ballrooms of 40,000 square feet each. It's all on one floor. It's got two separate loading facilities. You can actually bring an 18-wheeler into one ballroom and drive it into all four and stay connected. So from a sustainability standpoint, I mean, it's all LEED certified silver, and we've got everything that a building today would have to make sure that we're being responsible for the environment that we live in, and we're taking care of the communities that we operate in. So that's very important to our company. We'll continue to do that. Really accessible from Harrah's and the Link. It's only a 3-minute walk from 5,000 hotel rooms and a 5-minute walk from another 4,000 hotel rooms. So it's really accessible to a lot of hotel rooms, and it's got space that meeting planners are going to love.
You mentioned Harrah's, so that's a great transition to talk about Harrah's. So there's some renovation happening within some of the rooms. Walk us through what's new there.
Well, I think Harrah's and the Link are being reimagined for the meetings community. Those are hotels that haven't really been involved in the meetings business the way that Caesars Palace, Rio, Bally's, Paris have, and so it's a reimagination, it's a reinvention for those brands, and I think meeting planners are going to love what they see. They have great restaurants, great hotel rooms, energizing areas, and so I think Harrah's and the Link are going to be brands that people really start to appreciate.
And what else is happening within Caesars? I mean, I know you guys got your hands full, obviously, with Caesars Forum being the big story, but what about from a team perspective? I mean, how are you guys continuing to have these internal conversations to really keep innovating and offering planners a different experience?
Well, I think it's really important that you just have people that are meeting professionals around you that want to be the best in the business. And that's not to say we are, but it's to say we endeavor to be. And we have Don Ross and Steve Vandermont and Paul Voss and Michael Hartman and and we bring Lisa Messina on from Hilton Hotels and Resorts. These are just people that want to be the best in the meetings business, that want to innovate, that want to be unique, and they want to strive to be better every day. And so we're excited to have those types of people. You know Raina very well, obviously she's one of those, and the whole team's like that. So we try to put people around the table that really want to be the best.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to having an interview scheduled with Lisa on Thursday, so I'm excited to pick her brain and just hear her experience of being with you guys for a few months now, so it'll be great.
You ought to ask her on the camera and off the camera.
Yeah, right, exactly, off the record, right. Thank you, Michael, always a pleasure having you. Thank you very much. So that does it for us on this edition of MPItv, sponsored by Caesars Entertainment, but make sure you tune in every single day right here on our Facebook channel at 12 p.m. Pacific, so you can hear from more thought leaders in our industry, from more keynote speakers that we'll be interviewing throughout the week, and of course from our sponsors at Caesars. Here's a quick look at our sponsor.